Labor unions first dibs on federal contracts, but with ballooning pensions and out-of-control wages, how can America afford more unions? Well, we're joined by Barbara Comstock, member of the Workforce Fairness Institute, and Thea Lee, Deputy Chief of Staff for the AFL-CIO. Ladies, good morning to both of you.
Good morning, Barb.
Barbara, let me start with you. You say that unions are just simply not working for the American people anymore. What do you mean?
Well, the American people, the American workers, and American businesses have been voting with their feet and leaving heavily union states like Michigan and New York and California that have some of the highest unemployment rates, and they've been going to right-to-work states. And what this is because they can't even get this through a Nancy Pelosi-led Congress, things like card check, enforcing unions on people. They are now trying to do it undemocratically and administratively, enforcing more unions on us at a time when our economy is in crisis and we need more flexibility to be able to compete. They want to make the hardworking American people have to pay more in union dues. It's a union bailout because they haven't funded their pensions, their systems aren't working. They need to let small businesses and the American workers democratically decide whether they want to be part of unions or not, but they simply reject that, and they're trying to impose unions on us now through administrative unions because they can't win at the ballot box or win even with a Pelosi-led Congress.
All right, you said a lot of points there. Let me get Thea's reaction.
Well, I think what this economy needs right now actually is more unions, better jobs, better wages, because the reason the economy is in the tank is not because we have strong unions or high wages, it's because big business has grown too powerful and too greedy. What unions can do is provide a countervailing force where workers can have a voice at the job and they can bargain for their fair share of the wealth they create. We have a huge imbalance in our economy, and wrong with the economy right now is that workers don't have enough consumption power, and that's why businesses can't spend, that's why the economy can't get out of the doldrums, because we don't have enough voice at the workplace for workers. So that's exactly what the prescription that the economy needs right now is better jobs, stronger unions, and more voice at work for workers.
Barbara, you're shaking your head. Do unions create jobs, or do they just protect workers who have jobs?
No, the union bosses are trying to get a bailout. Small business creates 70% of our jobs. We know if we're going to get out of this economic slump, we've got to empower small businesses and not force unions on them. And unfortunately, what they is acknowledging is that because they can't win in the democratic process. Nancy Pelosi won't even bring card check to a vote in the U.S. Congress. If they want to force these unions on us, cut out small businesses and give the federal contracts to all union shops, and then if you're in a right-to-work state like Virginia, like I am, they want to cut our employees out because they won't get under the union bosses.
Yeah, I want to give you the last word.
Thanks. Well, I'm not even sure what Barbara's talking about. Nobody's trying to force a union on anybody. What people are trying to do is to make sure that workers who want a union have the right to form a union, that they're not going to be fired by their boss illegally, that they're not going to be prevented from forming a union. So this is simply about giving workers the choice and letting them have the voice at the workplace. And this is precisely what our economy needs right now. The economy is weak because workers don't have any power, because the middle class has been destroyed, because too many jobs have been outsourced, and unions are the ones who are going to stand up for good jobs, for health care, for pensions, and to keep good jobs in America.
Thea Lee, Barbara Comstock, thanks so much for coming on to debate this, and we want to ask our viewers what they think. Feel free to send your comments to friends@foxnews.com. Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Coming up, a border battle.